to Abend, half a day, and heck yeah, we're back with another dev-gifted game, this time called Celestial Return, and if I'm not mistaken, they have a Kickstarter that's live right now, so double reasons to check it out. I also took a gander at the Steam store, right? See, there's Kickstarter, and I was like, I feel like this is gonna be a good corner, but obviously first things first, settings, good, perfect. I love the art already. It just looks so cool. Ooh, Celestial Return Book Number 1, Earth. Planet Zero, a world caught between the realms of sci-fi and supernatural, a world of contrast where the daily grind of high-tech life is punctured by the occasional brush with the bizarre. Technologically advanced civilization, its inhabitants are divided into augmented humans and those who have chosen to remain fully organic. Huh? And then space, and some alien friends. Beyond the pole of any world, the void stretches endlessly, cold, silent, merciless, between shattered moons and dying stars. The ruins of forgotten empires float in silence. Out here, there are no borders, only what you bring with you and what follows. Ooh. The Hive and the Machine Society. A colossal space station as vast as a planet stands as the epitome of technological advancement and cybernetic integration. The sprawling megastructure is the heart and home of the Cat Rathzu, a faction that has mastered the art of merging flesh with machine. They look fantastic. Alright, I guess we're going Earth and boring humans. Obviously, it's a work in progress. Chapter 1, Smokin' Whiskey. What's this, version .01? Okay. The Crow Jazz Bar. Oh, okay. Howard sits alone at the counter in the Crow Jazz Bar, a refuge for those who've given up trying to keep pace with the city outside. Oh, okay, I see my face here. Let's see, quest log. I'm just going to tell you what's behind me. There's an icon for quest log, insights, boosts, inventory, codex, right? I figured this keep me out of the way because I was like, oh, there's like text here, and something that seems important. Quest log. Ooh. Insights. Ooh. Anger issues, bloodlust, moral perfect, secret insights. Ooh. The ability to perceive and interpret environmental stimuli, perception. Intelligence. Oh, they're all different. Sensory sharpness, detail detective. The anger issues, uncontrolled outbursts of anger and excessive inconsistency, including anger problems affecting the thought process, bloodlust, death himself. Intelligence, an intellectual being who understands surroundings and can make correct decisions, rational, giga brain. Foolishness, irrational and erratic thinking, leading to impulsive and often comedic decisions, brain dead, ape. And then virtue, a character trait that is morally correct and acts with good intentions, truth seeker, moral perfect. Okay. Interesting. And then boosts, oh. Neural archive, manufacturer, augment, one head slot. Deal for tech runners and info smugglers. Oh, neat. Augment approval. Your Skull's starter kit slaps down a solid neural base so you can stack head boosts without shorting out. Nothing fancy, just the go-to mod for anyone building smart and dirty. So this is like Cyberpunk and Disco Elysium had a baby, and I'm kind of here for it. I like it. Okay, any of these are other slots I can fill? My eyeballs. Ooh. Okay. Inventory. Slammed. A glimpse into Howard's past, this issue captures the wild chaos of a concert he played with his old band, a time when the stage was his battlefield. Howard's memo. If we hadn't brawled with the drummer and split up, maybe I'd still be rocking now instead of chasing down freaks. Hello from Sweden, the team says hello. Pseudo! Hello, my friend. Eee, my friend. I hope you're having fun in Sweden. I'm just here playing silly little games. I hope it's all well. I hope the traveling was good. Hold on. Where is it? Perfect. Here. Well, thank you for coming in. We're just playing Oh, I have a gun? Of course I have a gun. It's not the caliber that matters, it's the stories etched into the steel. Oh. Say hi to them for me as well. It gets the job done. Okay, powder in a vial. Powerful fibrinogen activating powder and the only known way to kill abstracts. Their blood reacts violently, clotting into an immovable mass that stops them for good. Without this vial, facing an abstract is a death sentence. What's an abstract? Flashlight. It's a stick of metal with a bulb. Primitive maybe, but when the shadows move, the flashlight doesn't glitch, it just shines. Nether cigarettes. The last of a dying breed. Real tobacco. Hand-rolled. In Nethervale, where flickering blue vapor sticks dominate the air, Howard lights up the way it used to be done. Outdated? He couldn't care less. It's not about the smoke. It's the ritual. Striking that match, that first drag. Every exhale feels like flipping off everything trying to turn me into a machine. So he's like, I got old school cigarettes. And the codex. The bartender. Oh, this is an abstract. Paranormal entities blur the lines between reality and imagination, manifesting as concepts or tangible shapes. They infiltrate the land, cities, and even homes of Planet Zero, instilling fear and chaos among the local population. The world's major powers have united to form the Paranormal Investigation Division, PID, specialized task force dedicated to investigating and eliminating these abstracts. Okay. The bartender. Why is it the? Interesting. Eyes like two black stars, shimmer of yellow within. She's the heart and soul behind the counter at the Crow Jazz Bar, her presence both commanding and inviting. With a flick of her wrist, she transforms simple ingredients into elixirs of comfort and conversation, her skillful hands crafting drinks that soothe the soul and spark new stories. Okay. And this is us, Detective Howard. Frequent haunt is the Crow Jazz Bar. Though his repeated attempts to charm the bartender failed, his most trusted friend is a what? Is a talking rose. We'll get to that later. A talking rose? Oh, is it you? Rose is a living, or rather blooming paradox, blurring the line between the mystical and the tangible. Her playful demeanor masks a depth of wisdom and foresight that most can only dream of. Physically fragile, she always needs someone to carry around. Her abilities, she can see the future, but to unleash her prophetic visions, she needs to be soaked in ice water. Despite being a flower, she has a personality that's larger than life. Okay. Oh. Not everyone finds a place in the rigid social order. Those who are unable to carve out a niche for themselves, often due to systematic failures, personal misfortune, or societal rejection, become outcasts. These individuals, known as Quiquo, are forced to survive in the dark, narrow alleys in the city. Yet the Quiquo are more than just victims of circumstance. They are a reminder of the city's hidden depths and the unyielding human spirit that persists even in the darkest corners. I see you also did our silly emotes, and then the pits. Okay, cool. So we have a bit of the world the lore of the world and like what's going on. The faint glow of neon signs outside filters through cracked blinds, casting fractured light onto the bar's polished yet worn surface. His whiskey sits on the counter, a faint ring of condensation forming beneath the glass. He hasn't touched it. Instead, his eyes are drawn to the television mounted on the wall, its outdated screen crackling slightly as it broadcasts the evening news. Oh my god, I love the art. In the update on the insuicides across Nethervale, authorities remain on the cause, to climb, leaving residents shaken and for answers. The low volume of the television leaves the words muddled, forcing Howard to strain to catch every detail. Ask the bartender to turn it up, stand up, adjust yourself, move closer. I'm gonna ask her, turn it up. Gestures to the bartender, a young woman with her hair glowing neon green and eyes like two black stars with a shimmer of yellow. She pauses from wiping down glasses, glances at the screen, and nods before reaching for the remote. The newscaster's voice grows clearer, outlining the harsh reality gripping Nethervale. The community is in uproar, demanding transparency from law enforcement. What is driving this sudden epidemic of suicides? Who will step forward to shed light on these tragic events? Howard straightens slightly, the weight of the broadcast pressing down on him. The bartender sets the polished glass aside, her movements slowing as she folds her arms and washes the screen for a moment before turning to Howard. Oop! Dice delight? Time to learn the cosmic art of dice rolling. Let's keep it simple. The basics. Every challenge has 4 slots. Dump 1 to 4 dice in them. More dice equals bigger chance to hit that success range. How to roll. Each die equals roll 2 custom d4s. Add them up. Example, roll a 1 and a 2, that's 3, baby. Not great, not terrible. Roll a 0 plus 0, oof, blame the universe. Risk versus reward. Slapping down 4, big brain energy. But heads up, these ain't your grandma's board game dice. Zeros can still nuke your total, so stacking them doesn't mean auto-win. High risk, higher glory. Dice economy. Dice vanish after you roll. Use them, lose them, run out, automatic fails, fam. Farm dice by exploring, finishing jobs, and poking your nose where it probably doesn't belong. Oh, so I want to be a dice goblin. Okay. Survival tips from a space vet. Hoard like a loot goblin. Like a loot gremlin. Future missions will try to murder you. Save those dice. Embrace the chaos. Sometimes you gotta yeet 4 dice and pray to the void. Final warning. The universe rewards boldness and punishes fools. Your move, pilot. Okay. What? Oh. It's been like this for weeks now. Feels like the whole city's falling apart. Take a sip of your whiskey. You hear anything about these suicides? Any rumors going around? Maybe it's the city's way of promoting extreme sports. Jump off a bridge week. Slam your fist on the counter. So when do you get off? I'd love to take you out for dinner sometime. No! What? No! Go to have a conversation. Alright. The Codex is your galactical gossip column plus survival guide. Here's a too long didn't read. We went through this. I'm so silly. Well, I'm glad they're going over it. So what's inside? Lore, ancient alien words, godlike AIs, and why the galaxy is basically held together with duct tape. Characters, heroes, villains, and that one girl who tries to steal sushi recipes. Trust no one. World, planets so wild that make you question reality. Pro tip, avoid the Xenopsychoquantum Fluxion. Unlock entries by exploring, talking to NPCs, or surviving disasters. The universe rewards curiosity. Check back often. New intel pops up as you play. Why care? Lore equals power. Know the void, sentient black hole, or become its snag. Characters lie. Trust no one with a spaceship. Read, survive, flex. P.S. Typos? Blame our blame our unpaid intern. We swear they're editing. Don't be mean. The bartender hesitates, her fingers absent-mindedly tracing the edge of the counter. She glances around the bar as if checking for eavesdroppers, even though it's practically empty. People are saying it's the abstracts, like maybe they're behind it somehow. Howard's gaze doesn't leave his glass, his tone carrying weight. Wouldn't be the first time. Yeah, but what the hell are they, aliens? Something new Genesis cooked up? Doesn't matter, right? They show up, Pid takes them out, and everyone pretends it's enough, but it's not even close. The Pid doesn't ask questions. It's out there. Don't need me to tell you the answer to that. I should say it's not. You worked with the Pid. You must have seen things. You really don't know what they are either. Nobody knows. No. If I did, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Nobody knows. That's what scares me. If the Pid doesn't know, what the hell are the rest of us supposed to do? Howard doesn't respond, his eyes fixed on the glass in front of him. The silence between them stretches, heavy and unanswerable. Oh my goodness. Let's see. The city runs on problems. If it's not falling apart, it's not another. Slam your fist on the counter! Brr. So when do you get off? I'd love to take you out to dinner. What? No. Quit trying to take her out to dinner. Listen to the silence. Let your mind wander. Let's try the city runs on problems. The bartender huffs a dry laugh, shaking her head as she wipes down the counter. So, what keeps you here? The endless excitement or the glamorous nightlife? Free misery with every drink. I heard leaving costs extra. I like watching things fall apart. Call it a hobby. The glamorous nightlife, obviously. Look at this place. The bartender chuckles, rolling her eyes. You've got terrible taste, you know that? But I guess that's why we're all still here, waiting to see how far it falls before it finally hits the bottom. The low hum of the TV fills the pause as she grabs another glass, her smirk fading into something closer to resignation. I don't know why he would just randomly hit the counter, so no. And no, we're not gonna hit on her. Listen to the silence. Howard leans forward, his elbows resting on the counter, staring blankly at his glass. The bar noise fades, the hum of the TV dissolving into a background whisper until all that remains is the hollow silence of his thoughts. and then they start. Oh my god, it is. It really is. It's cyberpunk and Disco Elysium. You've been here before, haven't you? Sitting in the quiet, pretending it's peace. It's not. It's avoidance. Hey, Word, my man, you're staring at that whiskey like it's got all the answers. It don't. Trust me, I've tried. Stop. You say something? Ask her for another drink, something fancy. A cocktail with one of those little umbrellas. That'd cheer you up. Yes, because a man brooding over suicides absolutely screams, Mai Tai. Great suggestion. Shut up! He doesn't need this crap right now. The voices clashed like storm clouds rumbling in his skull, the tension stretching thin. Oh, well, apparently it's gonna be one of those days where it's, shut the all of you! A few heads turned, giving him that familiar look. Another guy losing it after too many drinks. So like, did he just censor himself? Got a mod in my throat. Censors. Then, as if the universe has been waiting for the right moment, the door to the bar swings open and a figure steps inside. Howard's head lifts, his eyes narrow and his boots scrape across the floor, loud and deliberate. The sound is sharp enough to cut through the haze in his mind. Perception. Reynolds. Reynolds locks eyes with Howard, his expression coiled tight with urgency. Without hesitation, he crosses the room, his presence slicing through the lazy atmosphere of the bar like a scalpel through flesh. Shouldn't you be out flashing that badge of yours somewhere? Reynolds pulls out the stool next to him, sitting with a sigh. I've been flashing it all day, chasing leads that go nowhere. Thought I'd try something smarter. You look worse than I feel, that bad, and that brought you here. Must be desperate. Oh, yes. Yeah, so, say what you want, but you're still a guy people call when they've run out of better options. Take that as a compliment. Howard taps the rim of his glass with a finger, a faint smirk tugging at his lips as he lets the silence hang for a moment too long. But if this is about the stolen rubber duckies from the toy store, I swear it wasn't me. Don't you have a whole department for this? Not interested in police. I think I know what you're gonna say. Dice. Easy peasy. I'm gonna try intelligence. If I can save the dice, I'm gonna save the dice. Reynolds exhales, leaning slightly in his stool as if debating where to begin. Ordinarily, yeah, but this isn't ordinary. He pauses, glancing at the bartender before leaning in slightly, lowering his voice. It started small. A few suicides here and there, nothing unusual, but now it's everywhere. People jumping off buildings, overdosing, hanging themselves. Howard picks up his glass, taking a slow sip before responding. And this is the police business because... Reynolds sighs, reaching into his coat and pulling out a thin folder. He tosses it onto the counter between them, the edges frayed as if it's been handled too much. Because it's not just us noticing. At first, we chalked it up to coincidence, city life, stress, whatever. But the numbers kept climbing, and people started asking questions. The mayor's office got involved, told us to treat it like a case, called it a public safety issue. Now it's on us to figure out what the hell's going on. Problem is, none of my people knew what the hell we're looking for. Know what they're looking for, not new. Reynolds exhales slowly. God, I can't talk today. Exhale slowly, nudging the folder closer to Howard, his eyes steady and fixed on him. If anyone can figure this out, it's you. Don't make me beg. You've been drifting for too long. A case like this could be your way back to the work that mattered, back to being the detective you once were. Think about the doors it could open, or the ones it could slam shut. What happens when it all blows up in your face? Desperation like Reynolds doesn't come without strings. You really want to get tangled in this mess? A big case means a big payday, right? Sounds like easy money to me. It's not about the money or the reputation, it's about the people. Someone out there needs help and you have the skills to make a difference. You know what's right. Do it. These deaths deserve justice. Why not? Could be fun. I'll take a look, but no promises. Let's do virtue. Oh. New quest unlocked. Smoke, shadows, and body bags. The city's pulse just spiked. Stay sharp, check your quest log, and get ready to hunt. Oh. New item added. No refund policy. Sorry. What? Head back to the office to dig into the case files to connect the dots before the trail goes cold. Ooh. Okay, they're all still at ones. Boosts. Inventory. Case file 1. Suicides. Oh, suicides is blunt. Okay, how do I get back? Okay. Knew I could count on you. Howard picks up the folder, flipping it open as he leans back in his seat. Don't thank me yet. Let's see what kind of mess you're dropping in my lap first. Reynolds adjusts his coat, tugging the collar up as though bracing for an unseen chill. It's a big one. Just don't say I didn't warn you. He heads for the door, pausing briefly to glance over his shoulder. You know where to find me. Don't take too long. The door creaks open, letting in a sharp gust before it closes with a dull thud. Howard leans back, staring at the folder, its weight pressing down like the promise of trouble. Oh! You gained 4 dice and 1 experience. The city's silence offers no applause, but it knows you've earned this. Neon burns, shadows bite. Oh. Nether veil. Okay. Where are we now? Navigation. Welcome back to the gutter, detective. You know these streets better than your own reflection. Let's see if you still got the chops. Use WASD or hold right click and drag to glide the map around. Double click anywhere for hyper skate mode. Yes, his boots have illegal mods. No, don't ask. Exploring locations. Open spots glow with icons. Think cyber breadcrumbs. Click the icon. Howard autopilots there. Sit back and enjoy the ride. 1 visit ain't enough. Places change every visit. Come back later and it might not look the same. New dice, new loot, new danger. City's alive and it's hungry. Dance with it or get eaten. Okay. Crow Jazz Bar. Oh. Detective's office. Okay. Can I zoom out? I also see that this has a thing now. I think. Reynolds' house. Oh my. Can I go to his house? Howard arrives at Reynolds' place, a sleek building tucked between towering skyscrapers and neon lights. The city hums. Rain drizzles down in oily streams. Hover cars blur past and ads flicker in every color imaginable. Even the puddles look like they're part of a rave gone. He knocks. A moment later, the door slides open with a soft hiss. Reynolds stands there, his face showing a mix of fatigue and concern. He looks at Howard with a questioning gaze, as if searching for answers in his expression. Didn't think I'd see you again tonight. You got news? I just missed you. So PC, I just missed you. Is that so? I hope you're not here just to chat. Got any updates on the case? I'm perfecting my skill of looking busy while making 0 progress, so no updates just yet. Alright, I get it. Let me know if you need anything or if you come across something new. Will do. Leans against the door frame, the fatigue in his eyes a little more evident now. Watch your back out there, Howard. Something about this case doesn't sit right. I'm getting the same feeling. I'll let you know if I dig anything up. Howard steps back from the downpour, collar turned up against the rain. A distorted ad jingle overheard suddenly cuts out, leaving only the static hum of the force field. The force field? Cool, okay. Just wanted to see if I could be like, hey, buddy. Oh. The statue? Right, that's my office. Okay, what's the statue? The city exhales as midnight approaches. Howard's footsteps echo too loudly in the abandoned square, his shadow stretching toward the statue. A jagged spire of oxidized bronze masquerading as a sailboat. Its sails are shards of shattered mirrors reflecting fractured glimpses of the sleeping skyline. Meep, meep, motherfudgers. What up, Lewis? Heck in. We're just doing a lot of reading today. Flickering street lamp bathes it in jaundiced light, making the structure seem alive, breathing. Inspect the statue closely, squint at the mirrors, your face splinters in a dozen strangers. Kick it! Just once for closure. Think about what it's supposed to be, if anything. Try to find peace in the design. Let's gander at it. Howard crouches, gloves scraping against the statue's unnervingly smooth base. His fingers trace the seams where metal meets pavement. No bolts, no welds, as if it grew here. Let's leave it. Not worth your time. Perception. There's definitely something here. Dice balanced. Lots of reading. Very good for the voice. I'm glad I took the 2 weeks off. Let's... I don't know. Let's try it. I want to try out the dice thing. Alright, perception. Oh. Broken dice. Cursed dice. What if I want those dice? -2. -3. +3. I'm going big. 0 to total value, 0 to total. Howard's dice. Howard. Alright, let's see what we get, Howard. 24. Out of what? I don't know. As Howard inspects the statue more closely, he discovers something unusual. Nestled in a small, almost imperceptible crevice at the base is a single gumball wrapper. It looks old and slightly out of place. A piece of gum? Weird, but it feels important. You should definitely take it. You must take it, even if it doesn't make sense right now. Take it. Take it? Smells weird, feels important. Takes the gum, trusting his intuition that it might be important. Even if he can't see the connection right now, it's a hunch he decides to follow, hoping it'll make sense later. Squint at the mirrors. He leans in, the rain-warped reflection twists his face. 5 Howards, all wrong. Too cruel, too tired. One of them is smiling. Their eyes follow him with quiet accusation. What are you afraid of seeing? Optical distortion, stress-induced paranoia. Logically. Break the glass! See what they do! Howard staggers back, collar damp with sweat. The mirror is reset, showing only his face. Think about what it's supposed to be. He steps back, tilting his head. The shattered mirrors wrap his reflection. He stares at the sailboat, or what it claims to be one. Lines just out like broken geometry. It's chaotic, but not careless. You're wasting time, again. Rose would have known what this meant. Find a piece in the design. He exhales and lets the noise fade. The statue looms, rain rolling off its surfaces like slow tears. The longer he looks, the less ugly it becomes. You're not broken for needing a moment like this. Pathetic, you'll die soft. God. The moment shatters, a hover truck backfires. The piece was a lie. I'm gonna leave it. Howard takes one last long look at the thing before turning away decisively, shoving his hands deep in his pockets as he strides toward the square's exit, telling himself it's just a statue and not worth another second of his time. Not tonight. Well, hold on now. Where's my little inventory? Check out this gum. Clarity Chew? They say focus can't be bottled, but someone managed to pack it into a gumball. When your perceptive skills falter, this gum offers a second chance to sharpen your senses. Chew and the world stops spinning. Sounds sharpen and the cracks in reality widen just enough to let the truth seep through. Okay. Oop. Inventory. Alright, so that was the jazz. Alright, to my office. Here he goes. Whee! I like it. Chapter 2, digging deeper. Does this mean I could have gone back to the bar and chatted with the bartender some more? Oh, hello there. Rain clings to Howard's coat as he steps into his office. The damp air settled in the corners like it belongs there. The folder Reynolds left sits dead center, daring him to open it. Papers are scattered around it, and a mug of half-finished coffee waits to the side. That coffee's been sitting long enough to make friends with the desk. Don't think it's gonna do any favors now. Howard exhales, his gaze shifting to the mug. The faint aroma of stale caffeine rises as he picks it up, tilting it slightly and watching the liquid swirl as if the answers float to the surface. Yeah, set the coffee aside. Sets the mug down, sliding to the desk's edge with a soft scrape. The folder is still there, waiting for attention. Every file like this is a reflection of a life undone. It's not just death, detective. It's the echoes of everything left unsaid. Every choice that led them here. You owe them at least that much. The longer you sit there, the colder the trail gets. Open the folder. Start with what you know. Howard pulls the folder closer, its worn edges rough under his fingers. Inside, a jumble of photos, reports, and scribbled statements waits to be sorted. The uneven tabs marking each case catch his eye as he scans the stack, deciding where to begin. Say a silent prayer for the souls. Check your horoscope for guidance. Howard lowers his head, closing his eyes in quiet reflection. A silent prayer forms in his thoughts, a gesture of respect for the lives lost and the questions they left behind. May they find peace? When he lifts his head, a calm determination takes hold. He turns back to the folder, ready to uncover the truth behind these senseless deaths. No, just start reviewing the case. Howard lays the file across the desk, each name a quiet weight on the paper waiting to be understood. Izo Ugora. Pulls out the Izo Ugora file. Okay, flipping it open. A mess of reports, photos, and dialogue spill on the desk. Give us your background. Independent Neth finder, last known residence, lived alone, no registered family emergency contacts. Operated primarily in underground Neth spanner circles, no criminal record or flagged activity prior to the incident. Finances stable, no debts, no known personal disputes. Digital footprint suggests minimal social interaction outside of work-related transactions. Just another ghost in the system. Until he wasn't. Crime scene. Howard picks up the top photo and studies it carefully. The image is grainy, taken from the wrong angle, like the investigator didn't want to get too close. Izo Ogura is slumped forward in his chair, his neural weave still latched onto his head, the sleek headgear hugging his skull like a parasite. Oh, this is him. Oh, that'd be interesting. How did you classify this as a suicide? A bundle of fiber-thin cables extends from the device, looping over his shoulders, feeding directly into his approval. Near his console, a packet of nutrient paste lies open on the desk, its contents squeezed unevenly toward the top. Paste is smudged across the surface like it was set down mid-bite. He wasn't done with it. Interesting. Scans the dive log, or cleaned up transcription of Oguna's final session. Every entry is accounted for, but the details raise more questions than answers. Initializing access protocol, bypassing external security layer, PID database identified, running decryption sequence, firewall breach detected, trace attempt, reversing access, countermeasure loop, unexpected data signature found, source unknown. Nobody just pushes through a PID database. Their system locks you out before you even know you're in, so how the hell did Ogura get this far? He scans the final entry again. No forced disconnect, no shutdown sequence, just a hard stop, like the system wiped itself clean. Leans back, rubbing his thumb over the edge of the paper. Was Ogura really that good, or did someone leave the door open for him? Flips to the next page, scanning the statement from Ogura's neighbor. The handwriting is stiff, lacking any trace of emotion. Either the witness didn't care, or they were choosing their words carefully. Lived next door to Ogura for a while. Didn't have much to say. He kept himself, never caused trouble. Last time I saw him, no idea. Maintenance went in after his rent auto payment failed. The door was still locked from the inside. Howard flips to the autopsy report, scanning past the standard medical jargon for anything that stands out. Cause of death is exactly what he expected. Self-induced neural overload. External trauma, none. No bruising, no defensive wounds, no sign of struggle. Among the listed personal effects recovered from the body, one item stands out. A crumpled slip of paper found in Ogura's pocket, the ink smudged but still legible. He said it would help, that I'd feel lighter. I trusted him to fix me. Now I don't know what's left of me. He trusted someone to fix him. What if they did? What if this was the result? Think of your own failures, try to detach. He got played, end of story. Leans back, eyes unfocused, just ink on paper, just a case, just data. But the words still echo. Howard closes the file, every detail of Izo Ogura etched in his mind. Now it's time to move on to the others. Alright, Serena. Corporate executive for Ectovision died after jumping from the balcony of her luxury high-rise apartment. The images show Serena crossed lying on the pavement, her body sprawled like a discarded marionette. One of her legs is dislocated at the hip, the other twisted so unnaturally it barely looks attached. Ugh. Her head, or what's left of it, has split open against the pavement. Her brain, half mashed, half intact, spills unevenly from the ruin of her skull, streaking the concrete like something that tried to crawl away. You're saying that's her brain? He's seen plenty, but this sticks like the fall hadn't just killed her, it had unmade her, rearranged her body into something awful, something wrong. Alright, security. Flips to the security port, eyes moving over the transcript. Her balcony railing is low, barely waist high, easy to climb, just as easy to trip over, but the footage is clear. She didn't fall, she stepped. 2:14 a.m., Serena Koss walked under her balcony, stood motionless for 6 minutes and 32 seconds, then moved forward like it was the most natural thing in the world. One detail catches his eye. Incoming Colmeek call, unknown. Suspect steps forward. 6 minutes of nothing, then a call, then a jump. Someone reached her at the last second. Whoever it was, they didn't try to stop her. Flips to the autopsy report, looking for anything unusual. The cause of death is obvious, blunt force trauma from a high-altitude fall. The injuries are exactly what you expect from that kind of drop, nothing more, nothing less. Howard scans the report, pausing at 2 relevant entries, her approvals, biometric records, and a statement from a neighbor who had been paying attention. A household assistant synced to her approval tracked her vitals like clockwork. No irregularities, no stress indicators, except for one anomaly right before she stepped off the balcony. Serotonin levels spiked abnormally high, no recorded physical stimulus. A neighbor, someone she spoke to now and then, had seen her outside more often than usual. She stood out there for hours, even in the rain. She wouldn't move, just staring at the skyline. I asked her about it once. She said she liked the wind, said it made everything feel lighter. That word again, lighter. Howard closes the file, every detail etched in his mind. Now it's time to move on. Howard flips open the file, scanning the first few pages. Attilius Gorvez, tech doc, found dead in his workshop, surrounded by unfinished augments and scattered tools. Cause of death, self-inflicted asphyxiation by a biogel exposure. No signs of struggle, no forced entry. His own hands were at his throat, deep scratches along his neck where he tried, and failed, to breathe. The biogel had hardened inside his airway, sealing it shut. You sure he wasn't trying to claw it to get out? Gorvez used this stuff every day. If he wanted to die, why pick something so slow? Howard picks up the first photo. Gorvez is slumped in the corner of his workshop, his back against the wall, legs sprawled out, fingers curled stiff near his throat. His lips are blue, his jaw locked open, a thin trail of dried blood running from one nostril. The second photo shifts to his workbench, tools scattered, a half-assembled augment clamped in place, casing pried open. Funky art. Hello, Harold. Again. It is. It's really cool. Let me go to the codex. Nope. Codex. Right, look, you got the bartender, abstracts. This is our guy. This is our maybe friend. This is our best friend. I haven't met her yet. And then like, society. And then, the police. I'm a detective right now, viewing files. The biogel lies nearby, overturned, residue hardened around the rim. Like, think Cyberpunk and Disco Elysium. Kind of vibe. He was working on something right up until the moment he died. Howard flips through the autopsy report, focusing on the key details. Nothing unusual stands out. Cause of death, asphyxiation due to biogel expansion in the airway. External trauma, deep scratches along the neck and chest, self-inflicted. Toxicology, no traces of drugs, alcohol, or sedatives. Last recorded conversation. Scrolls through the report until he finds Gorvez's last comic transmissions. Most are business-related, orders, client requests, supply shipments. But one contact keeps appearing, always late at night, always brief. Outgoing call, private line. Same time tomorrow? Of course, progress takes consistency. Call ended. The same exchange had been logged every few days for the past 3 months. No details, no names, no contacts. Sounds like regular appointments, but for what? Howard picks up Gorvez's worn, grease-stained notebook. Its pages filled with quick notes, half-legible scribbles, and workshop schedules. No digital logs, no approval sync, just ink on paper. Most of it is routine, augment diagnostics, price estimates, follow-ups, but the last few pages are different, messier, written with a shaky hand. Delay on shipment, wrong parts again, order more Neuralink circuits, no more stim boosters, too unstable. Near the bottom of the last page, barely legible, if it happens again, I have to tell someone. Howard closes the file, every detail of Attilius Gorvez etched in his mind. Now it's time to move on to the others. +1 experience gain, pulled from ink-stained papers and sleepless hours. Howard leans back, rubbing his eyes. 3 suicides, clean on paper, but something stinks. He's been poring over the files for hours, and nothing lines up the way it should. Rain crawls down the window in uneven trails, neon reflections bleeding into the dark. For a moment, he just listens to the city, to the hum of things moving unseen. His fingers tap against the desk, slower now. He needs another angle, someone who sees things differently. If only she was here. She always knew where to start. Is this about the flower? Also, now we have 2. Ooh, this might be our, little experience bar. His limbs grow heavy, the words on the files blur together. Just a minute. He just needs a minute. The rain whispers against the glass as his head dips forward onto the desk. Yep, going to sleep. Chapter 3, Questions and Answers, next morning. A dull ache settles in Howard's neck, the kind that comes from falling asleep in the wrong place. The stiff leather of his chair hasn't done him any favors, and neither has the pile of paperwork serving as his pillow. Then a knock. Soft, measured, not urgent, not impatient, just enough to pull Howard from the depths of sleep. Howard stirs, blinking against the grit in his eyes. His brain claws its way out of a dream, falling bodies, static-laced voices, and collides with reality. Then another knock, louder. Someone's begging for a broken nose before breakfast. Our anger is intense. Yeah, who is it? Unless you've got coffee, piss off. This better be important. Check the time before answering. Reach to your gun in the drawer. Pretend you're not in. Don't make a sound. I'm gonna check the time. Squints the clock. 5:26 a.m. Too damn early. Then another knock. Sharp this time. Whoever it is, they're not going away. They know you're in there. Yeah. Reach your gun in the drawer. I don't know who it is. Howard's hand moves instinctively to the drawer, fingers curling around the grip of his gun. The suicides, the unanswered question. It's all put him on edge. It's me, Howard. Put the gun down before you add yourself to the case file. Howard lets out a slow breath. No mistaking that voice. Get up, open the door. Give me one reason not to leave you out there. What? Oh! As Howard opens the door, he's met with a sight he wasn't prepared for. Standing before him is a man built like a tank, his neon green hair clashing against a tight pink shirt stretched to its limit. His left arm gleams with chrome knuckle implants. In one hand, he grips what looks like a stripper pole, if stripper poles were designed for combat. In the other, he holds a bowl. Inside it, floating like some overpriced centerpiece, is Rose. Howard blinks. Then again, still real, his brows knit together as he stares at the stranger. Should I be impressed or concerned? Yep, Rose is a rose. The man offers... Oh, what'd you do with her? Did you just drop her? The man offers no answer, no smirk, no joke, not even a raised eyebrow, just pure, unreadable silence. I think... Or did she turn into a cigar? Whoa, look at those biceps. We gotta hit the gym like ASAP. For once, you managed to stumble onto the truth, even with that pea-sized brain of yours. Before Howard can decide how to handle this, Rose breaks the tension. Pick me up, unless you want to solve this case with your head up your ass. Okay, so I guess he did drop her. Howard grits his teeth and does as he's told. The man's lips twitch, not a smile, but a tick. He spins the pole in a fluid arc, the hum of charged plasma briefly drying out the city's drone, and strides away without a word. The hell was that? My Uber. Now shut the door. We've got corpses to dissect and egos to bruise. Howard drags a hand down his face. He sets Rose on his desk, right next to the open case files. His eyes linger on the door for a moment, then back to her. I got 100 freaking questions about that guy. What's with the green hair? Why the tight pink shirt? Was that really a stripper pole he was carrying? We'll meet him again, Howard. Mr. Mystery can answer your questions later. For now, let's talk about the case. Time's ticking. It's interesting that, some of the, G's are getting cut off. Howard slumps in his chair, the case file glaring up at him like an unsolved riddle. He drags a hand through his hair, exhaling sharply. I've got nothing. No links, no suspects, just 3 dead people who decided to check out in the most dramatic way possible. Dramatic ways possible. Silence. Don't say it. Silence. No, absolutely not. I'm not your Ouija board, Howard. Then give me another option. The files are dead ends. Their bones know more than we do. You think I enjoy scraping through the dead's regrets? It's not a parlor trick, Howard. It hurts. Every time. With these victims, they're screaming, I'm not asking, we're doing this, you're right. If this hurts you, I won't ask again. Ooh. Ooh. I don't want to hurt her. That's uncharacteristically gentle of you. Leans back in his chair, exhaling slow. The case files sit there, stubborn and silent. Then he jolts up, chair scraping back, straight to the kitchenette, a closet with a sink and a freezer humming like a dying... Alternated? Right? I might regret it, but this is a demo. So, Which, by the way, they do have a Kickstarter if you're interested. Alternated. What is an alternated? No, I don't see it in here. Boosts. Okay. I don't know what that is. He smacks the ice tray, shattering a frozen lump into jagged shards. At least do the ice trick, might get us something. Ice water? You know I live for that freezing clarity. Of course you do. You're practically a popsicle with opinions. Damn right. He tips the glass. Rose plops into the water with a plink, her stem coiling like a disgruntled serpent. Ugh. Tastes like your freezer's been storing regret, but it'll work. Just focus. If you see a sandwich again, I'm composting you. This better not be another dead end. Just be nice to her. You have like a talking flower that apparently can talk to dead people. Be nice. Says the guy who still thinks Answers is a brand of whiskey. Quiet, it's starting. She goes quiet, the sarcasm fades, her petals fold slightly inward as she shuts her eyes. The water stills, save for the soft ripples spreading out from her stem. Blood, cold stone, circle, something ancient. Anything useful? Rose's petals twitch, but her eyes remain shut. So much blood. Then her eyes open. She shakes herself off, shifting in the now lukewarm water. A ritual. I think it's a ritual. Abstracts? Or a fanboy? Either way. Abstracts has to be. Only they turn suicide into a show. Then let's crash their performance before they write you into the next act. Time to knock on the cult's creepy little door. Hold on, is that her with me? Wait. Oh, I want to go to the statue again. Alright, where is the cult's little creepy door? Okay, graveyard. I'm assuming there. Crow Jazz Bar. Let's go to the bar real quick so I can see. Ah! Howard's combing buzzes relentlessly, an urgent vibration that's impossible to ignore. Sure, answer the call. Ooh? Right. Cool. Data Kraken? Hey Howard, okay, first off, this line's locked, so don't sweat it. Second, I tapped into the cop's frequency. There's a report from Lumen Street. Some dude's gone full-on berserk, smashing up the place. MVPD's heading there, and you know what that means. Hack thing, DK, just admit you miss me. Another day in a lunatic. Shoot first, ask never. You want me in? Let him continue. Whoever's behind this, they're counting on no one connecting the dots. If we bring this guy in alive, we might finally figure out who's pulling the strings. So you in, or should I find someone who still gives a damn about the truth? One Quico alive, you better make it worth. Alright. That's Spirit Detective. Oh great, playing babysitter to a Quico. Just what I needed today. What can I say? It's a gift. Now get moving, hero. I've got your back. Sure, no pressure. Piece of cake, right? Wait, detective, assume the worst. We're talking hacked boosts, unpredictable behavior, and potential collateral damage. Keep your distance and access first. Don't engage blind. You've got this, Howard. Stall him, keep him breathing. I'll handle the tech, you handle the crazy. Plans are for cowards. Get in his face, remind him who's in charge. New quest unlocked, Quico unleashed. The city pulse just spiked. Stay sharp, check your quest log, and get ready to hunt. It was obviously this, which is infiltrate the cult's domain and find out if they got anything to do with the suicides, and to the dead end. DK's counting on you to handle the Quico before they get trigger happy. Question, can I find him before that? Got it, I'll ping you when I'm close. Oh. It's not a metaphor, Howard. It's an actual place. The dead end. Go. Oh. Which is there. I guess we're gonna go check out the dead end. Oh, look at Rose. So is she like a giant flower? No, she's not that big. She was carried by the dude. Whatever, she's hanging out with me. Howard and Rose stand at the mouth of the alley. The walls are covered in anarchy. I know it's anarchy, but anarchic graffiti. Neon lights buzz faintly, casting flickering shadows over the piles of trash. The air is thick with a cocktail of filth, rotting garbage, mold, and something disturbingly organic. You sure about this, Howard? Even the rats are like, nah, not tonight. Seen worse, done worse, survived worse. Let's add this. Feels like home to me. You're right, let's not play here tonight. Let's add it to the list. Fingers crossed, Rose. You're either noble or nuts. Probably both. Lead the way. As they move deeper into the alley, the ambient sounds of the city fade into silence. The oppressive atmosphere seems to press in from all sides. The flicker of neon lights reflects off slick-stained walls. Somewhere in the shadows, the faint drip of water echoes, sharp and rhythmic. The stench of rot grows stronger with every step. Rose mutters, her voice barely above a whisper. This place is getting friendlier by the second. Then a sound, a faint scrape of metal on stone. Howard freezes, instincts flaring. Another step forward and he catches the flicker of movement out of the corner of his eye. What do you think is the ideal length of a demo? It honestly depends on what the game is. Like, if it's a visual novel, probably like an hour or two, so you can like get the story, unless you're like able to really hook people. If it's like an RPG, it depends. You could do like up to level 5 or like up to the second town. If it's like a rhythm game, maybe like 3-5 songs, just so like they have an idea of like, this is what the game will entail. Like, oh, this is easy song, this is hard, this is medium. Some demos are like 15 minutes, and you're like, oh my god, I'm hooked. It was a beautiful story, I need to know more. And then others are like 2 hours, and you're like, oh, I need to know more. I would say anywhere from like 5 minutes to 2 hours. I think once you get into 4-hour territory, it's kind of like, is this a demo? Or is this an early access? From the darkness, a figure steps forward. Deliberate and slow, a Quiquo blocks their way, his sharp, predatory eyes locked onto Howard. Get away, you can't take me back. Please don't eat that. Take you back? I don't even know where you came from. Let's start with that. Relax, you're hacked, not hunted. Let me help you before you short circuit. Alright, dial her up. Howard pulls out his combing, thumbing a quick connection to data cracking. Your show now, DK. Just tell me what to do. About time. Hold tight. I'm jacking into the spectral site now. Keep him talking and don't let him go full meltdown. As DK works, Howard's eyes narrow, focusing on the Quiquo's jittery movements and the gleaming boosts along his limbs. These boosts, they weren't cheap, not even a decade ago. Whoever this guy used to be, he wasn't small time. The Quiquo's erratic breathing grows louder, his eyes darting around the alley like a cornered animal. They're here. They're in the walls! They're in the goddamn walls! The air, watching everything. He's not wrong. His signals lit up like a Christmas tree. I can isolate the source, but you've got to keep him in one piece. This will take a minute. Pretend you're invisible. Easy there, dude. Let's figure this out. Alright, buddy, down you go. Gun intimidation time. I mean intimidation. Convince the Quiquo that you have voices in your head, too. I mean, is it a persuasion or is it the truth? Let's go with virtue. Steps forward, his posture relaxed, hands visible, his voice calm but steady. The Quiquo's frantic gaze hesitates, the wild fear in his eyes dimming slightly, his ragged breath slow, just enough to show he's listening. That's right. Sometimes all it takes is a little trust. Bet he's not used to people being nice. Weird move, detective. Ugh, stop calling him. You've got a gun, remember? You're not with them? You don't look like them. Howard nods, his voice warm but firm. I'm not. Why did they show Kraken's face for that? Okay. You're not alone in this. Whoever's doing this, will shut them out, but I need you to meet me halfway. Can you do that? Comic crackles in Howard's ear. His system's starting to stabilize. Whatever you're saying is working. Keep it up, Howard. Reaching his firewall. Almost there. Stay with him. Howard crouches slightly, keeping his voice calm as he addresses the Quiquo. Start small. What's your name? Don't get him. Who are they after? Yeah, we'll start small. What's your name? Ghosts in the wires. Watching, listening, tracking. That's a long name. I've dealt with worse. Talk to me. Who are they after? Who put them there? You're not crazy, but I need your focus. Who's watching? Who's pulling the strings? Ghosts in the wires. Fine. Who put him there? Beta Kraken's voice returns sharper this time. I've got a name. Victor Kale, former corporate enforcer for New Genesis, high clearance, prototype handler, top of the food chain. So what happened? Vanished after some high-value tech disappeared. Big scandal, no charges, no trace. And now he's their puppet. I didn't steal it, I swear. I did what they told me. Found something buried in his logs. The architect. No profile, no records, but it's tied to every action in his system. Hold up, there's a back door in his approval, and it's live. They're locking me out. Howard, do something fast! Persuasion. Bluff about knowing the hacker. Dice balance. Appeal to Victor's humanity. Kill him is the only way. I'm gonna, I don't know, appeal? Howard steps forward, his voice softening slightly, though it still carries weight. Listen, you're not just a Queequeg, you're a person. And you don't have to let them win. They don't control who you are. Victor hesitates, his breathing uneven, but the panic in his eyes softens. For a brief moment, the wild fear gives way to something more human. Is he about to explode? You don't understand. They've taken everything. Keep him talking. I'm planting a silver fang into his approval. Not everything. You're still here, Victor. You could fight this. Let me help you. Good news and bad news. Silver Fang's almost in, but he's about to snap. Paralysis in 5, 4. Suddenly, Victor's body stiffens. His boosts flicker and freeze mid-motion, locking him in place like a statue. His eyes widen, darting around, but his limbs won't respond. Howard doesn't flinch, his gaze steady as the wail of distant sirens grows louder, pressing him to act. He's frozen. Silver Fang's in, but this only works if he stays breathing. Cops are almost here. Find a spot to dump him now? Howard scans the alley as the sounds of distant sirens grows louder. He moves quickly, knowing they can't afford to lose the lead. Throw him in the bin, hide him in the shadows, stash him behind the crates, toss him in the sewer hatch, prop him against the wall and make him look drunk. Into the sewer! Yanks open a rusted sewer hatch, the foul stench wafting up, making him gag. He lowers Victor in, letting the hatch slam shut. He wakes up. That smell put him back under. As Howard steps back into the main alley, the steady hum of an approaching police AV grows louder, its lights splashing red and blue across the stained walls. The vehicle descends with a soft hiss, stirring the trash-strewn pavement. Oop! Two figures step out. The first, Officer Heike, a weary cop with a perpetually skeptical expression, locks eyes with Howard. Interesting. I like. Beside her, a tall alternated. Okay, so this is what an alter is. Drops to the ground with a heavy mechanical thud. Figures it'd be you. You've got some kind of beacon for... Hold on. For like this. Gotta quickly find my sensor button. Trouble likes me. Gotta admit, I do have a flair for the dramatic. The universe likes to keep me busy. Yeah, like a moth to a goddamn flame. Ike looks over at the alternated, then back at Howard, her expression a mix of boredom and mild amusement. Meet Tin Man here, latest toy from New Genesis. They call it a Remlock unit, fancy talk for remote partner. Partner, I'm the one carrying this team, Heike. Don't let it go to your head. And before you ask, no, it's not running on AI, that's still illegal. Some poor sap at the station's got the controls. It's supposed to revolutionize the force, or so they say. Revolutionize? Looks like something they cobbled together out of spare parts. Says the guy who looks way too comfortable in a back alley. Yeah, well, New Genesis loves shiny brandy. Thanks. Meanwhile, we're stuck field testing their half-baked experiments. So basically, it's just a glorified remote control with legs, explains the attitude. Keep talking, buddy. You're real close to making my list. Alright, enough introductions. Let's cut the small talk. You gonna tell me what the hell's going on here, or do I have to start digging? They're not here to dig. They're here to check a box and move on. I'm just passing through. You got something accusing? If I were up to somebody, do you think I'd just stand around waiting for you? I'm just passing through. We got a report about some kind of disturbance. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Haven't seen a thing. Maybe check your sources. Sounds like... Yeah, maybe check your sources, right? Stay out of trouble, Howard. Paperwork with your name on it is the last thing I need. Heike and Remlock units step back in their vehicle without a second glance. The AV's engines roar to life, lifting off and vanishing into the neon haze. The alley falls silent again, leaving Howard alone. Wow, real defenders of justice there. Wonder if they even bothered to turn on their scanners. Howard adjusts his coat, his gaze lingering on the shadows where Victor's paralyzed body lies hidden. What? On the shadows where his body is hidden? I put him in the sewers. He's not in the shadows, he's in the sewers. So what now? Can't just leave him like that forever. The combing crackles softly and Data Kraken's voice cuts through, sharp and steady. Silverfang's holding for now, but it won't last forever. Whoever locked him down still has access. If we don't figure out who they are, they'll just trigger him again. Howard pulls his collar up, stepping into the open street as the quiet hum of the city begins to fill the space again. I'm sorry, are we leaving him in the sewer? Quest completed. Nice work. The city owes you one. Quest completed and your legend grows. Keep your edges sharp for what's next. The Architect. We start there. Unlock the Architect's web. The city's pulse just spiked. Stay sharp. Victor's locked down, but the real threat is still out there. The Architect isn't just a name, it's a target. And Howard knows he doesn't have long to find them. Now hold on. Am I just leaving a man in the sewers? I'm leaving a man in the sewers, apparently. Yeah, it looks like AI is banned in this world. Let's grab this one alive. Wild concept, I know. Right, that's my office. I'm not there. I wanted to go to the bar and then we got sucked into that. Right, that's my office. Alright, let me go to the bar. I love how huge she is. I think that's just nice. Oh! The streets of Nethervale are always hungry, a concrete jungle gnashing its teeth. Random encounter. Neon signs flicker into dying stars, casting the alleyways in sickly pinks and greens. Raw fish, raw nerves. What? Detective's boots splash through puddles of oil-slicked rainwind. Crash! The sound of breaking glass tears through the static. Sounds like trouble found me again. I don't think it's a scale. What if it is? It would be funny. Sure it's not just your stomach growling? I'd be thrilled if it were that simple. Alright, let's see what kind of mess we're walking into this time. Howard stops dead in his tracks, eyes locked onto the source. Cyber Sashimi, a dingy joint notorious for serving sushi with a side of attitude. Only tonight looks like someone's taking more than just the usual order. Stay back, death can strike. I'm gonna get closer. If I die, I die. Howard moves closer to Cyber Sashimi. Inside, overturned tables and shattered chairs clutter the floor. Broken dishes and spilled soy sauce create a chaotic mess. Ugh. That fish smell is assaulting my senses. If you pull me out, I'm holding my breath and pouting. And filing a formal complaint. Loudly. Duly noted, just try not to pass out on me. Right, maybe her Uber was just a massive guy. Find out how many are inside. Listen carefully for any noise. Spectral sight. Determine if the presence is human or abstract. Ooh, I like that. Now, how many dice do I have? -4. I'll go with a 0. This is easy peasy 2. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna roll. I'm assuming I have to get 2 or above. I got 14. We're good. We're solid. Alright. Howard's boosted eyes flicker briefly, the familiar cool green glow of his spectral sight activating as he locks onto the figure inside. Carefully scans the area where the figure stands, searching for any trace of unnatural energy, any otherworldly aura that typically clings to an abstract. There's nothing. No spectral presence, just a solid, grounded human, even if not entirely flesh and blood. Howard's shoulders relax slightly. Whatever danger lies ahead, it's human, not something from beyond this world. It's too risky. Get inside and confront, report the chaos, and leave. I kind of want to get in there. I want to be raw. Howard takes a deep breath, steeling himself for what's to come. He grips the door handle, pushing it open with deliberate calm, and steps inside. The scene that greets him is a mess of spilled ingredients. Raw fish slashed and scattered, rice smeared across the floor, and seaweed torn apart and strewn everywhere. And in the middle of the chaos, Chef Hero, the old man behind the counter, staring at them like he's ready to gut a fish, or a thief with the legendary blade of his. Is this a halo? I see the floating fish around him. What up, Hero? Detective, what you're seeing is a moment of desperation, a seasoned chef fighting to defend his honor and his rights. Neither Chef Hero nor the intruder notice Howard's entrance. The old chef's intense focus is solely on the intruder, while the thief remains fixated on Hero's blade. Oh! As Howard moves closer, he finally sees the face of the intruder clearly. His eyes widen in recognition. It's Data Kraken. That was a K. Oh, the typos. I see the intern has struck again. Alright, look, leave now is too risky. Intelligence. Understand their motives. Lilith, why are you fighting the chef? It's a -4. I mean, I need a dice. I think all I have are bad dice. Alright, good luck. Oh no. Well, I failed. I get to see what happens with a fail. Howard tries to piece together the situation, but the chaos inside makes it difficult to understand what's happening. Despite his efforts, Howard is left with only a vague impression of the scene. The specific reasons for the confrontation remain unclear, and he can't determine the true nature of the thief's intentions or what's driving the dispute. Howard's mind races as he processes the situation. Chef Hero's defiant stance, the intruder's frantic movements, it's clear that things are about to escalate. The air is thick with tension, and Howard knows he has to act fast. I don't have a lot of dice. Drench her with sake. Disarm her with chopsticks. Make her slip on the sushi. Blind her with the sabi. I'm gonna disarm her with chopsticks. Because I'm silly. Alright. So this is a 0. And a 0. Alright, roll. Hey, we got a 9. Howard spots a pair of chopsticks lying on the counter. Without hesitation, he picks them up and hurls them with pinpoint accuracy. The chopsticks hit the intruder's hand, forcing her to drop her weapon with a sharp cry. Just when it looks like the thief's about to slip away, there's a blur of motion from behind the sushi counter. Chef Hero vaults over the counter with the grace of a street brawler and a snarl that cuts through the chaos. Hero, what the? Before Howard can blink, Hero's already airborne. In a move straight out of a back alley beatdown, Hero straddles the bastard and plants himself right under her chest like a king claiming his throne. The thief wriggles and squirms beneath him, but Hero just leans in, grinning like a man who's done this before. Stay down, kid. You're not walking out of here with my recipe. Get off me! You think this is the end? You don't know who you're messing with! Howard steps closer, his gaze shifting from Lilith's defiant scowl to Hero's triumphant grin. The air is thick with tension and the faint smell of sushi. So, what's it gonna be? Do you hand this over to Officer Reynolds or call her sister, Data Kraken, for a more personal touch? Howard pulls out his call make and dials Officer Reynolds. The call connects after a few rings. Got a situation here at Cyber Sashimi. A thief's been caught red-handed. Can you send someone over? Got it, Howard. We're on our way. Lilith squirms under Chef Hero's grip, her voice dripping with defiance. You think calling the cops is gonna scare me? In no time, Officer Reynolds and a team of officers arrive at Cyber Sashimi. Reynolds takes in the scene, nodding at Hero's impressive restraint of Lilith. Nice work, Hero. Looks like you've got things under control here. Yay? Lilith is carefully handcuffed and escorted out by the officers. She shoots a venomous look at Howard before being led away. You forgot where Lumen is again. Left, then don't die. Lumen! Okay. I'm just trying to get to the bar. Stands outside the Crowjazz bar, which is currently undergoing a major renovation. Oh, the place is a mess of scaffolding, paint buckets, and sawdust with the entrance blocked off. Looks like we picked the wrong night for jazz. Let's come back when they're done with the renovations. Foolishness, angers. I'm gonna leave. Turns away to signs. Best to come back later when the bar is open for business. Okay. And then I know my friend lives over here. This is our office. Kinda wish I could zoom out so I could like see everything better. Alright, to the graveyard. Whee! I'm assuming the cult. An unusual interrogation? Is this another chapter? Nethervale buries its head in two ways. The wealthy sink into the earth like fallen jewels, swathed in silk and steel, entombed beneath marble carved with lies about their virtue. Their augments, polished, gleaming, cling to their corpses like parasitic heirlooms, a final sneer to the world. See how even death cannot dull our shine. The rest burn. Their flesh is reduced to smoke and memory, their ashes crammed into the columbarium's skeletal shelves. No silk, no steel, only barcodes and the hollow clatter of recycled boosts. Metal outlives them. It always does. Howard stands in the old graveyard. The statues loom around him, their faces melting under years of acid rain, a slow erasure, just like the bodies beneath them. No amount of boost can outlast the pull of the earth. The gravekeeper digs. Oh, his shovel cracks the earth with a wet, rhythmic gasp, each thrust deeper than the last. That is an interesting way to describe digging. Howard watches, his gloved fingers curling into fists. The dead deserve their rest, Howard. We should not be here. If they knew something, they should have talked before worm food status. The gravekeeper keeps his eyes low, not out of respect, out of fear. Howard silences them all. The gravekeeper steps back, boots slurping mud. He doesn't speak, doesn't nod, just dissolves into the oak's shadows, leaving the hole gaping like an open throat. A sleep tight trademark? Oh my god. Howard kneels, the coffin lid groans as he pries it free. Inside, Izogoro's body lies still, his face hidden behind a mask of solid gold. Howard doesn't need to guess what it means. A devotion mask, a mask of the people who believe in the abstracts not as monsters, but as gods. Abstract worshippers wear them in death or are forced into them depending on who tells the tale. Oh, this just got worse. He moves to the next coffin, Serenica, same mask, same hollow stare. The third, Attilas Corvez, gold again, flawless and cold, as if poured liquid over his screaming face. They were believers. Howard straightens, jaw tight, scanning the three graves before him. Examine the golden mask. Leans closer. The mask's surface isn't smooth. Microscopic etching swirls across the surface. Ach. Inspect the mask. Lick it for science. You know, I haven't done one silliness. Sure, let's be silly. I was silly with Reynolds. Howard peels back his glove, hesitates when he drags his tongue across the mask's edge. The gold tastes like rancid butter. Oh, and burnt wiring. His tongue recoils, but where saliva meets metal, the mask's surface bubbles faintly, revealing dull, corroded metal beneath. Did you just... What XP gained? No manual said to do that, but it worked. The outer layer's fake. This isn't pure gold. It's plated over something cheaper. Science. Survey the graveyard for anything. Examine the victims. Let them speak for themselves. Let's examine them. We're gonna need answers. Yeah, and lucky for us, we've got a direct line to the other side. One more thing before we start. Choose your questions wisely, Howard. They won't be answered forever. Who's first? Let's go with Izo. Howard steps closer to Izogoro's open coffin and lays Rose gently on his chest. Almost immediately, Rose starts to radiate a soft glow, bathing the cold, dark surroundings in a warm light. Who promised to fix you? A listener, a mirror, a man in white who called guilt disease and sold me the cure. I need to know if he's a believer. Choice is an illusion. Ugh. What did you see? Fragments, a pen scratching names, mine among them, his handwriting. Why? You've disturbed the dead enough. Agora won't speak further. Dang it! Okay. So, some guy. Alright. Lays Rose gently on her chest. Almost immediately, Rose starts to radiate a soft glow, bathing the gold. Why did you jump? Who called you? What did they say? Who called you before you jumped? A familiar voice, a man, gentle and certain. What did they say to you? Just reminded me what I already knew. It will all be lighter soon. Did you choose this? A mask is just another lie. Abstracts, they know. They what? Dang it! Steps closer, coffin lays Rose. Almost immediately, Who were you meeting? Why did you use the biogel? What do you mean by if it happen? Yeah, if it happens again, I have to tell someone. My thoughts, my choices. It was slipping. I had to hold on to something. What did the abstracts mean to you? A name people whisper when they don't want to blame themselves. Who were you meeting? A man who asked the same questions until my answers weren't mine anymore. Who is this man? Dang it! The graveyard returns to darkness as Rose's glow fades, leaving them standing in silence. Howard takes a long, thoughtful breath and carefully places Rose back into his coat pocket. Abstracts, the masks, the rituals. It's obvious, Rose, they're involved. Seriously? Did you even listen to them? That wasn't devotion, it was panic, confusion. Exactly. Desperation makes people vulnerable, easy targets for manipulation. If the abstracts aren't directly pulling strings, their cult certainly is. You're not listening. Not one of them named the abstracts, not once. Lighter, freedom, it's human, ugly, greedy, small. Howard shakes his head, already turning toward the gates. The abstracts make humans ugly, Rose. They always have. And what about the golden masks? Why bury them like believers? Doesn't add up. Why? Because someone wants us chasing abstracts. The masks are misdirection, cover-up. People lie to themselves. You know that better than anyone. Howard keeps walking, boots crunching gravel. You're making it fit your narrative, like always. I trust my gut, Rose. If it looks like abstracts, smells like abstracts, then I'm tasting abstracts. Reject the cult. You stubborn. Open your eyes for once. This isn't cults, it's someone playing God. Howard doesn't answer. He pulls out a nether puff and scrapes a match across the box, its brief spark lighting his stubborn eyes. Well, you're gonna look real pretty in a gold mask, genius. Destination marked. The cult awaits. Oh. Oh! Is that where you're gonna end it for me? Oh. I think that's where the demo's gonna end for us. Oh. Ah! I like it. I like the art style. I like the story. I like. What is that? It had a face. Ooh. God? A god?
Good. So we have a plan.
Is there gonna be VA? There you go. That was at least my run of the demo of Celestial Return. I'm glad that licking the masks proved useful. Well, let me check the time. Oh yeah, we got time. I'm gonna get y'all set up for another game. So, B.R.B.